is the state of me this morning with my disgusting hair. And I'm in like, you know, workout clothes, whatever. I got up at 6:30 and I went for a walk for almost probably an hour. Yeah, an hour. And I went to Sainsbury's and I'll show you what I bought. So I bought these pizzas because while I'm calorie counting, these are actually super good because it tells you it's like one pizza, 402 calories. They're super thin, 439. I was just trying to get some different flavors. And then I came back and I did some cooking kind of thing. So this is 4 containers of this size and it's 2 tins of tuna, probably like 2 big squirts of mayonnaise, a third of a container of light Philadelphia, half a jar of Kalamata olives, and a handful of cheddar. Oh, and a whole avocado. And I mixed it all up, put it in the 4 containers because it's really good to have, actually, with these crustkitty things. Well, we call them cruskets in Australia. They're called Rovita crisp breads here, I think. Anyways, wives. The freezer is getting a little bit, what's the word? Empty? Everything is getting a little bit empty. Look at this state of this situation. At the top of this cupboard is literally every empty container and I'm not replacing them. These are the only spares really that we have of anything. And we have some spare sugar up here and some pasta. I need to fill this, so I might sort that out as well. Sorry, just guys got me thinking about things. So yeah, so I'm gonna refill that because we're gonna need it. But I made these. Let me see if I can open one to show you. Oh, you can kind of see better in here. So I took all the chicken thighs, it was about 6 chicken thighs from the freezer, defrosted them, and then I put them on a baking tray with some oil, paprika, basil, oregano, salt and pepper, and I cooked them in the oven. Once they were cooked, I took them out and basically shredded the chicken or pulled it apart. And then on another tray, I had cherry tomatoes I cut in half, yellow peppers and green peppers, and a half of a chorizo that I'd sliced. So once they were done, I put it all together. I added this fajita seasoning, and I can't remember, it's in the bin, so I'm not going to go get that out. I can't remember what brand it is, but it's a little bit different. And then I mixed it all together, popped it back in the oven. I put it all onto my fitness app. And then, yeah, so I've got 4 containers there for my lunches because we weren't quite going to make it until the end. So this one at the back here is pasta sauce for the Mr. and I. And then I've got 6. I've got 2 meatballs, 2 sausages. This is a chili. And then this is chicken and couscous. And I think the bottom one is sausage and couscous. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I have in the bottom here, we have some sausages I can make for when the Mr. is here. So I needed to basically sort that out. I've also got like 1,000 hot cross buns to eat before we go. So we've got brownlee apple, blueberry. I've got them in like date order of when I need to eat them, but yeah. And then this one was clementine. So tomorrow's the 25th, so 25th. This is the 27th. We're going to be a few days behind. I might need to freeze some. So I might freeze some. I might yeah. Anyways, you get the gist. And then yeah, half an avocado there. So yeah, let me tell you how this fitness app is going. For me, it's just that it shows me when I go for walks and things like that. It shows me how many steps, it shows me how many calories, and it takes that into account when it's calculating my calories for that day. So then you start to learn more about your food anyway, because you're counting your calories. And I know that sounds annoying. Yeah, it's always worked for me because it's not diet restricting. So you can technically eat whatever you want as long as it's within your calories. It is frustrating sometimes. And in the beginning, it's always like a challenge in the beginning until you get used to it again. Because it's like, okay, this is what I'm eating. You get to like dinner time and you're like, okay, so I can't have that. Last night, for example, I made curry. I didn't eat that much during the day. I had Cocoa Pops, which is low in calories. It might be higher in sugar, but it's low in calories. And a Irish latte for breakfast. And then I had a hot cross bun for lunch and my little snack pot. My little snack pot has like peanuts, chocolate coated raisins, a ginger nut biscuit, Jacob's mini cheddars, and a third of a muesli bar. And that's what I eat probably usually like in the afternoon or mid-morning, depending what shift I'm on, just to give me like a boost of energy at work. So that's all I had. And I was like struggling to get the calories in yesterday for the dinner to get it all calculated because I didn't go for a walk yesterday. Because I woke up yesterday morning and I was way too tired and I was just like, I can't. And then when I finished work, it was raining. So here I am in my bedroom from 5 o'clock till 5:30, just walking on the spot, trying to like get my steps in. So it's made me more motivated to go walking because the other thing is you can see when you walk, like today, I think it was 132 calories. So it adds that on top of what you've already got. So you can actually have more, if that makes sense. So it makes you more motivated to go out and do things. So today, like I said, I went for a long walk this morning. I've got a whole bunch of calories left today, like 1,300 still to go. I don't always use them all, but yeah, sometimes I struggle and occasionally I've gone like over by 14 calories or something and I don't kick myself and go, oh my God, I've ruined it. Let's stop. There was, so I'd lost like 2 kilos on the scales. Today it was like, what, 0.2 up from what it was before. But we did have a couple of days where it was like slightly over on the calories. So we're being better and I'm trying to go out walking more and everything like that. So it's working out quite well. It's going to be difficult. It's difficult when you go out to restaurants and things because especially if it's not like a chain restaurant, it might not be in there. So you can scan all the barcodes now, which is good. And there's so much more input from when I first did this 10 years ago. But you can scan all the barcodes and it basically comes up with everything. It's not like 100% accurate, but you can, if anything, I would go like a little bit more. If you want to be 100% accurate about it, or like I think even 99%, because I don't even think you can be 100%, you would need the kitchen scales. You need to be weighing everything when you're doing it. So you know exactly how many grams of everything you're having. Like when I'm making these snack pots, I need to be putting the snack pot on, weighing the peanuts, weighing this, weighing that, whatever. But some things like the ginger nuts, it comes up saying 1 biscuit is however many. Lucozade is however many, and most things have the calories on the packets anyway, so you know whether it's right on the thing. And if it scans and it says barcode not found or whatever it says, then you can find something similar with the same amount of calories because it's not as complex as like, oh, I've had this many, I'm not looking at how many carbohydrates and how many sugars and all that kind of stuff that I've had. I'm just looking at the calories. So anyways, that's working out quite well for me. I'm a little bit annoyed that I didn't start it even at least at the beginning of February, but better late than never, hey. So I'll still do it while I'm in Australia. It'll just be a little bit more difficult, that's all, because we'll be eating out more. I won't be cooking. Today when I cook the chicken, I put it in, you can create a meal. So instead of me having to put each individual thing in every time I eat the chicken, I can go into it and go, this is a meal, but I'm having a quarter of what's in there, if that makes sense. So yeah.